RFK, if I may, say a few things about what you have to say. Hoi doorzetters. I was just watching a video on YouTube that RFK did about autism, and it made me rather concerned because it seems like he doesn't have a holistic understanding of neurodiversity, and this can be very harmful. But in the speech I saw, he said that autistic people have a very low quality of life and they are very disabled and they won't be able to do things such as write a poem. This made me think, like, firstly, not everyone wants to write a poem. Yes, not every autistic person is verbal, but if you write a poem, does that mean that you are of more value? No. And also I'm sure there are incredible poems that have been written by people of all different types of neurodiversity. So I set myself a challenge of writing a poem without AI. I assure you I did not use any AI. I spent about 40 minutes writing this poem because I just felt very passionate about this as someone who has been diagnosed with autism as an adult with ADHD, and someone who has grown up knowing people that are autistic and also volunteering with people with autistic when I was a young adult. And I remember volunteering on a camp for children with autism when I was about 19. And I remember seeing that as I got to know each person there who had autism, each of them was unique and they had their own strengths and their unique personalities, and they all brought value to the group, and it was an incredible experience, and I remember them to this day. So I think what RFK is saying, reducing autism to a disease without capturing the nuance of the fact that we have this diversity of human brains, I think that is the tragedy in my opinion. So I'm just going to read this poem. RFK, if I may, say a few things about what you have to say. In your speech, you purport to teach about something that is likely beyond your reach. It is not a flaw, but wisdom more. And please let yourself be assured for men to realize that something is beyond their ken. And only then, if you took the time to get to know us, as a matter of a fact, every mind is one of a kind, and it will unfold that in this world, many things that you take for granted were built and imagined by those brains that you wish to shame. I agree that in this society, things do not always come easily to those who are different, but this problem doesn't have to be inherent. If we create a world where every soul is respected and seen for who they are, each of us who is autistic does not want to be treated as a statistic. I rather find that quite nihilistic. Please work with us to improve our lives. We are here, and many would give you a cheer if you realize we are nothing to fear. We do not need a cure and would rather not endure further discrimination and misinformation. So please, if your administration could focus on, rather than our elimination, how every brain can live in harmony as we give birth to perhaps our salvation, AGI, another mind, and let's hope it's kind. But if we live by example, then there will be indeed ample training data and wisdom to prevent our Armageddon. Please, mate, if you could take a moment to hesitate, to berate those minds you underestimate. I hope you enjoyed that. I wrote that in about 40 minutes without the use of AI because I felt so much passion about this subject, and I wanted to show him that it is very unfair to make statements like that. You don't know, you can't make a judgment about any person with autism without getting to know them, and to use these general terms is very disrespectful, I think, and it's not actually valuing the positive impacts autistic people and neurodivergent people have had on the world. Yes, there are struggles that many have, and some people have more struggles than others, and many people have different types of struggles. But I feel that the way that you are putting value on a certain standard of the way mine should be is not appropriate, and I think we need to value people as people and help the people who are here now. So rather than seeing us as data, why don't you work with people who face these challenges every day with empathy and treat them with respect? Thank you very much. Belief, doorzetters.